Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Christian and this is CXC Beauty. So I hope everybody is staying out there safe. I did say in my last video that I was going to continue doing content just to have, you know, some joy out there and have something for you guys to watch. But today is going to be a little short and sweet one because I don't have many new products to try out since all the stores are closing and I didn't want to go out and risk anything. So I am going to order some stuff online for next week and hopefully that will be in on time. But I did manage to go to Ulta and grab one thing. I didn't want to sit there and test anything out, so I just grabbed this palette and I figured since it was a brand that I haven't tried out before or haven't featured on my channel, I'd go ahead and do that. So in today's video, we're going to look at this palette right here. It is by Nabla Cosmetics, which is an Italian brand, and I've been actually eyeing them for a little while. And I didn't realize that they had these at Ulta. So as soon as I saw it, I immediately picked it up. And I wanted to do a little first impressions on their eyeshadows for you guys today. So this is the palette I picked up. But before we get into that palette, make sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and leave a comment letting me know if you've tried this brand yet. What do you think about this brand? And what other items from this brand should I try out? Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the palette. Okay, so first off, this packaging is stunning. It is a paper palette, like cardboard, but it's like embossed with like some foil and some beautiful flowers, and there's a moon and some stars, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And it has like a, almost like a crocodile skin. Would you say this is crocodile wood? Yeah. On the back. So overall packaging, presentation, amazing. This palette retails for $39 at Sephora. They do have a couple more items on their website. Oh, I said Sephora. I meant Ulta. They do have a couple more items on their website, but at my particular Ulta, they only had this palette, one other palette, and a lipstick. So if you want me to review more from this brand, I can order it online and then I'll do like a full brand review. But let's take a closer look at this palette. Comes a little protective plastic sleeve. And we have some beautiful like rosier tones and some more neutrals here. And then on the bottom, some warmer tone neutrals and golds, some blues, and then some very beautiful shimmery colors. So this palette does have a variety of colors that you can play with. You can do some neutral looks, you can do some more intense looks. And I have no idea what I'm gonna do today, so I'm gonna wing it. Let's do a little ASMR peeling of the little plastic, if I can get it off. I went ahead and I already did my complexion. I wanted to do that off camera because I need to evaluate my collection a little bit, because not wanting to be a drama starter, but there are some brands that I'm realizing have no representation of any males or any beauty boys on their pages on Instagram or any kind of representation. Some brands do, but it's been more than a year since they've posted a beauty boy influencer or anything like that. And it's really bothering me. I feel like very excluded and I just don't like the feeling, so I don't feel like I can support certain brands that I used on my face today. But until I have alternatives, I went ahead and did my face off camera. But I don't know if I should call out the brand or what, or I've been debating this all day, or for the past couple hours. I'm being dramatic. I've been debating this for the past couple of hours on Twitter, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know what the deal is. But I haven't said the brand name of what started this for me, but what it has started is I've been more aware and really looking at these brands' pages to see who is supporting what and who's being inclusive. And there is a lot of brands out there that are very, very much excluding large portions of the beauty community, which I don't agree with. So there needs to be a reevaluation of this collection before I keep talking about brands. With that being said, I don't want this to be negative, so let's move on and go into this beautiful palette, because Nabla does support boys in beauty. If you check out their Instagram, it has a bunch of beautiful photos of all different kinds of people. So go check them out. Okie dokie. I don't know if I should go for the mauve tones, the golden tones. There's a beautiful black, blue. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go right into this shade right here, which is called Addiction. And it's a beautiful blue color. She's pigmented, like very pigmented. And I barely put my brush in there. Now, I did not prime my eyes with a primer. All I have on my eyes is leftover concealer from my sponge. So far so good with this blue. It is very pigmented. Okay, I'm gonna take a clean little blending brush and blend this out a little bit on the edge. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade right here. It's called Ghibli. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. A lot of these names seem to be in Italian, but this one's called Ghibli, and it's like a warmer tone brown shade, like light brown shade. And I'm just using this right on the edge to sort of blend this out. It's a lot darker on the eye than it is in the pan. I'm a little surprised. And I'm gonna do a full cut crease today. Tony suggested I do this to do something different. Okay, now I'm gonna hop into this shade right here, which is called Fantasize, and it's like a blue with purple and a couple of different color reflex in there, and I'm just taking that on a CXC Beauty shader brush, and I'm gonna start packing that onto the outer part of the crease. I'm going to take a slightly more detailed brush just to try to get really close to that line. Okay, now I'm going to hop over to this shade right here called Rosemary. And this one's a little bit more of a deeper green. And I'm going to take that one more in the center. Now I'm going to hop into this shade right here called Play Hard. And this one looks white in the pan, but it does have a green reflex to it. And I'm going to take that into the more inner part of the lid. Okie dokie, so I went ahead and did my other eye. Now I'm going to do some liner. Okay, so I do want to test out the black in this palette, which is called Nabla, like Nabla black. So I'm going to take my little angled brush and I'm going to go over that wing liner. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of this shade. I'm going to take a little bit of this shade right here called Contigo. Contigo. It's the same in Spanish. I'm guessing it's the same in Italian. That's a lot more pigmented than I thought. I'm going to go into this shade right here called I Promise. And I'm going to put that in the center of my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go into this pink shade called Julieta, and I'm going to put that in my inner corner. Okay guys, so I'm going to quickly put some mascara and some lashes on, and I'll be right back. Okay everyone, so I went ahead and put my lashes on, and then I also put this little ColourPop cream gel liner in my lower lash line. I do like this look a lot better now that I have my lashes on, because without lashes, these extreme blue colors look a little heavy on my eyes. I wiped off my bake. I would have to say that some of these shimmers, like this blue one right here, are very flaky, so you just got to be careful, because I did get some on my nose, and as you can see, even with my bake on, it still left little blue marks, little blue specks on my nose. So you just got to be very careful when you're using these shimmers. But I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my face now, and then we'll get into a little bit more of my thoughts on the palette. For blush today, I'm gonna go into the Glowing in Grease palette by BH Cosmetics. And I'm gonna go into the first 2 shades mixed together. Just really light because these blushes are very pigmented. See what I mean?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I forgot to tap it off. Now I'm gonna go into this little highlighter by Wet n Wild, and it's like a little split pan highlighter, and this is called After Sex Glow. So we should be real poppin' real soon. And I'm just gonna go into the more highlight shade because the other one's more of like a blush topper. Okay, so for lips today, I'm gonna go into my ColourPop Lippy Pencil in BFF3, which is a nice chocolatey brown color. And then I'm gonna go into Maybelline Spice For Me lipstick, almost like a brick color, like spicy chocolate. Now it's broken chocolate. Okay guys, and there you have the completed look using this palette. I think I'm going to do a quick little swatcheroo since I haven't done swatches of a palette in a long time. I'm going to swatch these on my arm and then I'll show you the swatches. I usually don't do too many finger swatches because I like to show how the palette performs, but there's so many beautiful shades in this palette that I just want to swatch for you guys so you guys can see the variety of colors that you get. Okay guys, so this is the first row of colors. Okay guys, this is the second row. Okay guys, and this is the last row. Okay guys, so my final thoughts on the palette now that I've swatched all the shades. I'm going in with a brush so I can show you the black shade, how it swatches with a brush. This is with a brush, but I wanted to do it for you live. So I went in with my finger, and this is why you can't trust finger swatches, because look with a brush. It swatches flawlessly. So all of the mattes in this palette do work amazingly. They're very buttery smooth and super pigmented. Like I said again, if you swatch this with your finger, it probably won't perform the best. But with a brush, it performs really well. The only other issue I had with this palette is with these more glittery formulas. These are a bit flaky, so they do get on your face. So I would suggest doing your eyes before doing your foundation with this palette, but other than that, they do stick on your eye really well and they're very pigmented as well. The other formula that's in here is this ultra metallic type of formula, which is super buttery and super pigmented. As you can see with the swatches, they are beautiful. So overall, this palette was really nice. It is $39, so it's up there in price as far as how much palettes go for these days. So $39 and you get 15 shades, but they all work very beautifully and you do get a nice selection of colors. So, okay everybody, so that was it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me on this first impressions of Nabla Cosmetics. Now again, this is just first impressions of the eyeshadows. I haven't tried anything else from the brand. So if you'd like me to do that, leave it in the comments below and let me know what from the brand you'd like to see. But thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye!